Some dolls should never be touched. Their innocent faces hide stories darker than most nightmares, whispering secrets that refuse to stay buried. Imagine bringing home a doll that promises comfort but delivers unease. At first, it feels like a quirky treasure, a conversation piece. But soon, unexplained footsteps echo in the halls, shadows flicker at the edge of your vision, and a creeping feeling settles deep in your bones. What happens when the toy you cradle at night begins to control the night itself? These are not just stories from old folklore. These are real accounts, true stories behind some of the most famous haunted dolls in history. But what is it about these objects that captivates us, scares us, and compels us to question reality? And why do these dolls continue to haunt not just homes but the very fabric of belief? Let's uncover the chilling truths behind these infamous dolls and explore what lies beneath their porcelain smiles. The first doll that often comes to mind is Robert, the so-called haunted doll from Key West. The story begins in the early 1900s with a boy named Robert Eugene Otto who was given this doll as a gift. According to the legends, the doll was believed to be possessed by a spirit and could move on its own. Visitors to the house where Robert once lived have reported strange occurrences, the doll changing positions, laughter echoing through empty rooms, and even misfortunes that followed those who disrespected it. But beyond the ghost stories, there is a fascinating psychological element. Robert Otto was a creative boy who suffered a tragic life, and the doll became a symbol, almost an extension of his emotional world. Could the doll's eerie reputation be rooted in the boy's story, a projection of his pain and loneliness? It makes us wonder how human emotions can attach to objects and turn them into vessels of fear or memory. Moving from the sunny streets of Key West to the small town of East Martello, Florida, the story of Annabelle emerges. Unlike Robert, Annabelle's tale involves two young women who were gifted the doll by a relative. Soon, strange things started to happen. Notes appeared asking for help. The doll seemed to change positions overnight, and an oppressive feeling settled over the apartment. The women reached out to paranormal investigators, which led to Annabelle becoming one of the most famous haunted dolls in the world, even inspiring Hollywood movies. What makes Annabelle unique is the blend of documented investigation and folklore. The doll was said to be linked to a demonic presence, but the investigators emphasized respect and containment rather than destruction. This invites a deeper reflection on how fear interacts with belief. Is the power of these dolls in their supposed supernatural abilities, or in the human need to find meaning in the unexplainable? Then there is Mandy, a lesser-known but equally disturbing doll from England. Mandy was a gift to a family whose daughter quickly developed a strong attachment. What started as innocent play turned into something sinister. The family reported hearing whispering voices and seeing shadows that seemed to protect Mandy at all costs. The girl's behavior changed drastically, growing distant and frightened of strangers. This case is a stark reminder of how fear can infiltrate family life and strain relationships. But it also shows the importance of understanding the emotional impact of such experiences. The family's journey involved seeking both spiritual guidance and psychological support, highlighting the complex interplay between belief and mental health. Mandy's story encourages us to look beyond the sensational and consider the human elements behind haunting claims. What ties these stories together is not just the supernatural mystery but the emotional journeys of the people involved. Each tale reveals fear transformed into fascination, confusion into understanding. The families affected faced setbacks, disbelief from others, personal doubts, and sometimes real danger. Yet many found breakthroughs by confronting their fears with openness and care. The investigators, mediums, or psychologists who entered these stories played crucial roles in transforming horror into healing. They remind us that behind every haunting is a human story worth listening to. So what can we take away from these true stories behind famous haunted dolls? Perhaps the greatest lesson is about the power of perspective. Objects like these dolls become mirrors reflecting our deepest anxieties and hopes. They challenge us to question what we fear and why. They ask us to find courage in the face of the unknown and to seek connection even in the strangest places. If you ever come across a doll that sends a chill down your spine, pause and consider its story. It might just be telling you something about yourself. And if you have your own experiences or thoughts about haunted dolls, share them below. After all, these stories live on through our curiosity and willingness to explore the shadows. Remember to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell if you want to dive deeper into the mysterious world of haunted objects and spine-tingling tales. Until next time, keep your eyes open and your mind curious. Because sometimes the quietest things hold the loudest secrets.